blue. Isn't that funny? As if he was waiting for her to be lonely, alone and vulnerable. He introduced himself as, "It's Dayo, your love." She was pissed at his guts and blocked him immediately. He chatted her with a different number, telling her he was sick and had to undergo surgery. That at some point he thought he was going to die and didn't want her to go through the pain of losing the one she loved. She felt sad and had to give him a listening ears, but told him she already has someone she loves. And having this conversation with him is like cheating on her Jide. She stated the fact that he was the one that left. He accepted it was his fault and proposed they hang out so he could explain better. Fola kept indulging her ex, knowing she has someone who loves her. Don't get me wrong, not blaming Fola. Jide hardly calls, and when she calls, he don't pick. Dayo and Fola kept on calling and texting. Then one day, Dayo invited Fola for a dinner party. She agreed to tag along because it was weekend and she was bored at home. Jide called that day, but she didn't mention she was going out with Dayo. She never did. When they got to the party, it turned out it was a night party. She figured she won't be going back home anymore, and when she was tired, she told Dayo she needed to rest. He took her to a room where she could rest, and instead of leaving, he stayed, then started touching her in a funny way. She stopped him, telling him, "Please, I have someone I love and don't want to cheat on him." Dayo said, "How are you sure he went there for work and not for a woman? And even though, how are you sure he isn't cheating on you right now? Manipulator don't dey kitchen, na cooking remain." Fola said he wouldn't do such to her. He whispered in her ears romantically, saying, "I know my gender." The sound of his voice in her ears got to her. Before she could say jack, he kissed her, and that was it. She wanted to leave on Sunday, but Dayo insisted she stay. Fola mentioned she has work on Monday and didn't bring any workload. Dayo took her shopping, so she stayed. When she was leaving on Monday, he went to drop her and pleaded with her for them to keep the vibe going. She gave him a thank you smile and stepped out of the car. That was the last time she heard from Dayo. She chats him up, he don't reply. She calls, he don't pick. A week after the party night, Jide called to inform her he will be coming back soon. She didn't know if she's to be happy or sad cause she already did her love bad. Jide got back and was so happy to see the love of his life. He had missed her so much. Few weeks after his return, she started throwing up, feeling dizzy and tired. They went for checkup and it turns out she was pregnant. Jide was so happy that he immediately planned a vacation, which they traveled to Paris, and that was where he proposed to her. Hope you all remember the blast from the past that don't talk to her anymore. After their whatever they had while Jide was on his trip, she wasn't sure of whose baby she was carrying because she had unprotected blood flow with Dayo and forgot to use anything. She was really scared and was praying for the baby to be Jide's. Jide went to see her people. Bride price was paid and wedding date was fixed. The D-Day came. The wedding was the talk of the town. Jide took good care of Fola, gave her all she asked for, and made it his life mission to make her happy so their baby could also be happy. The third trimester came. It was time for the baby to meet the world, but it seems like the baby wasn't ready to meet the world. The doctor tried everything and time wasn't on their side. He asked her to walk around the hospital premises, which she did. She came back and they continued from where they stopped. 24 hours had already passed since her water broke. The doctor asked the nurses to keep her company while he stepped out.